Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Ryan Hoke here with this Sunday morning edition of the Hokey video blog. We have wrapped up the month of October, and as we plunge into November, it looks like a pretty warm stretch of weather is coming our ways, at least to start things, and then we'll be talking about some cooler weather thereafter. You'll see that here in just a second. Hey, let's start you with today's Hokey weather fact. Since we're blowing the lid off of November here, we're going to blow the lid off of the snow and winter-related facts. Let's talk about the fact that snow cover can protect crops and plants from extreme cold. This may seem counterintuitive, but much like an igloo, snow has insulating properties that can keep whatever is underneath it around freezing, or maybe just above it, and then just outside the snow cover, that's where you can get those below zero temperatures at times. So it's very important to use snow as a thermal insulator if you ever find yourself in trouble in a big old snowstorm. You can always use that to make a shelter, an igloo, and it'll keep you at least somewhat warmer than you would be on the outside. Protects you from wind as well. All right, the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team 2015-2016 winter forecast is available right now on the Wave 3 News weather blog. If you're here on the weather blog already and watching this, just click on the blog home tab above and scroll down to the post just below this one. You will see that post. It's lengthy, it's got maps, it's got explanations. Brian Good, Kevin Hart, and myself, the entire Wave 3 News storm tracking team, we've been kind of plunging through the data on this one over the last several weeks. Looks like we got a pretty good forecast shaping up there for you, so you'll want to see that, especially you snow lovers. You'll probably be interested in that. Again, we are wrapping up the month of October here. 31 days full of weather. You'll see here the high temperatures. Multiple days in the 80s. In fact, we were 1.5 degrees above normal for the month of October when you factor in all the temperatures that we did have. And more than half of the month was at 70 or better for a high temperature. Multiple rounds of 80s there. I don't think we've got any 80s in the forecast ahead, at least over the next 2 weeks, but 70s, that's certainly going to be a certainty here in the metro area. Fall's not over yet, of course. We're just midway through it, really, and we've got another hashtag Wave 3 fall photo for you from Terry Smothers in Marion County. This is along the Rolling Fork River. Beautiful shot, incredible colors. This was from a couple days ago. The recent rains probably stripped a few more of those leaves down off the trees, so our fall color, unfortunately, is kind of coming to an end as the leaves almost all fall off here, and we start to see, of course, the wind and the rain start to pick those down from the trees as well. Outside this morning on the Doppler radar view, things are quiet. The rain showers we had last night that ended somewhere between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning are now well off in the Appalachians. Warmer air starting to rise up out of the south. They've still got the pesky rains down there in the deep south. It's at least moving out of the Houston, Beaumont, Texas, and Lake Charles area where they had the tornado warnings, the flash flooding, the severe weather. Now it's just heavy rains down across the Mississippi Gulf Coast, moving into Alabama and even parts of Georgia this morning. For us, though, the warmer temperatures are going to be coming with some sunshine as well. We're going to have to work on that sunshine today, though. Temperatures starting out mild because of the clouds, but the sunshine will be most prevalent in our southern Indiana counties by this afternoon. Low 60s by noontime. Those with lunch plans, maybe a light jacket. You can strip it off, though, as you go throughout the afternoon. The clouds, they're going to be pesky across our southern Kentucky counties today. Mix of sun and clouds to our north, and probably even here in parts of Louisville, we'll see a pretty fair amount of sunshine today. I think that's something that a lot of folks will enjoy after the rain over the last couple of days. By 4 o'clock, we near our high temperature of 70. I've gone above the data here because I do think that any peak of sunshine will help spike that temperature, and if we see a mix of sun and clouds near the airport, that should send us right up to 70 degrees here. Tonight, the clouds kind of fill in a little more. We'll be getting down to the 50s for overnight lows. There may be a brief shower down toward Adair County. The North American Mesoscale model, the NAM model we sometimes talk about, tries to bring rain up over across the entirety of our Kentucky counties, but that's just not going to happen. All the other data in agreement that stays to our south. The NAM likes to bring things north. We've seen that during the winter season as well. So if you see that data posted somewhere, now you know where that came from. So for us, a dry night and a dry start to our Monday as well. In fact, today we're going to see those high temperatures in the mid to upper 60s depending on your location. I've kept skies partly sunny down there in Paoli. The rest of us mostly cloudy, but we'll see at least peaks of sunshine, and you may even see a pretty good stretch of blue sky here at some point during the day. Here's the 7-day breakdown. I want to give you a look at that for the next several days. 6 days, count them, in the 70s coming our way. It is opening day at Churchill Downs. If you're heading out there for the start of the fall meet, We'll get up to 70 by 3 o'clock, and we should see light winds as we head throughout the day. Election day is on Tuesday. No reason, at least weather-wise, not to get out and vote. 75 the high temperature. We'll see lower 70s through a good chunk of when the polls are open there from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. here in Eastern Time, and of course it'll be a little bit later out there in Central Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, of course, when they close out there. And east winds at about 5 miles per hour through the day. Wednesday looks great, 77 for the high temperature. Our record for that day is 80. I don't think we'll get there. It looked like earlier we might, but that's kind of on the rocks at this point. We may have to raise that again if the data comes in warmer. We'll see. Friday is our next chance of rain. I kept it a 30% chance now. Really tempted to go higher than that, but it's more so the uncertainty rather than the coverage keeping that down. This is the European model here showing us that the rain will be kind of in a dissipating mode as it moves through late on Friday. The GFS model, a lot more bullish on not only rainfall totals, but the fact that it'll maintain its strength with some thunder as it moves through. So, kept it a 30% chance for now, likely raising that to 40 and probably beyond that over the next several days. We do that because when the data is not conclusive, we want to express uncertainty because it's not for sure that we'll see the rain, and the rain chance could even go down. But I think at this point we're on an upward trend with that. So keep that in mind over the next couple days as you see our forecast. Confidence meter of a 6 of that front coming through and giving us the cooler air behind it. We go from 72 on Friday to 59 on Saturday. The earliest alert outlook has cool temperatures in the 50s from the 8th through the 10th. The 11th, though, yeah, we start to see a bump back up in those temperatures, just in time for my birthday, of course. 60s from the 11th through the 14th. We've got multiple chances of rain in there. Looks like the 10th, maybe sometime between the 8th and the 10th, we see that rain chance. I put it on the 10th because I think a lot of the models are trying to accelerate it too much. The chance on the 12th may leak back into the 11th as well. The chance on the 14th is a little more cut and dry, but that's farther down the line. Way less certainty on that. We will worry about that when we cross that bridge. All right, that's it for now, folks. I'm meteorologist Ryan Hoke. Enjoy your first day of November. I'm back here on Wave 3 News at 6 and 11. Enjoy that 70-degree high temperature today.